And we're talking about the UP200 this morning. Joining us is Meg, the volunteer coordinator for the UP200. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Getting more and more excited every morning.
Yes, yes. And just one more sleep until the big day.
Yeah. We actually start running with a lot of our events today, doing the pre-vet checks today with all of our teams and mushers, getting everybody assigned, and then our opening banquet is tonight to get musher bibs assigned, and then I get to go home and organize parking for the Chatham checkpoint.
Excellent. So you have a busy couple of days ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yes, and part of that is all the volunteer work that goes into this all these races.
Oh yeah, it's so there's 3 different races that happen this weekend, and they can't happen without volunteers. Our organization is completely volunteer run from the top to bottom, other than 2 paid employees. So we rely on the people. We rely on those folks that are, there's an example right there of one of our wonderful dog handlers as part of our teams. He's actually an employee of one of the mushers, but we can't have these events without the people that are willing to layer up in the 7,000 layers to go with those low teens and join the party and run down the line. I myself have fallen multiple times doing that. But it's starting to filter in the emails of people's weekends. Plans have changed. So I'm hurting out in Harvey, I'm hurting in Sand River. I've just got a little bit of holes here and there, mainly with our road crossings.
Okay, and so, you know, what is the job of somebody who would be at a road crossing?
Basically, all you're doing is babysitting. So you are making sure that when the teams approach these intersections of roads, that there's not traffic coming. We're stopping the mushers, not the traffic. Only police can stop traffic, but we are just making sure that the trail on those intersections stays safe if there is traffic coming over it, but also that the mushers and the dogs stay safe as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and so it's not, and it's not a huge commitment.
Nope.
If people do want to volunteer. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So depending on the crossing, our Sunday crossings can sometimes get a little long depending on layovers and how they happen in Wetmore. There have been years that they get drug out a lot. But especially our Friday, Saturday ones, it's 2 to 4 hours depending on where you land. It's really, again, it's cold, but we have burn barrels in all of the ones in Alger County. We provide wood, I'm providing matches and hand warmers. So we'll get you a foundation, and it's this stillness and this quiet that you get to experience Alger County and the UP in a way that you never would really have the opportunity if not pushed, for me anyway.
Right, yeah, it's definitely a different experience to watch the UP200 in that way. So
you get to be the only spectator at those moments, and they're just going through and they're like, yeah, here we go, we're going, yeah. It's so fun, it's so cool.
Yeah, so how if people, I know there's only a couple days, one day basically until you really need people. How can people get a hold of you? One last call out to people to please help you guys out.
As of now, the easiest way and the most efficient way to get a hold of me is to email my direct address, which is volunteer@up200.org. If you already have a Upers United account, go check out what all we have available for you there, and we can definitely still sign up that way. We do like to track the volunteer hours as well, but for efficiency's sake and just to make sure it gets disseminated to my right site coordinators as quickly as possible, volunteer@up200.org.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Meg. We really appreciate you being here this morning.
Thank you for calling me out. I appreciate it.
Yes, no problem, and good luck this weekend.
We got this.
And we'll be right back with more My UP Mornings after the break.